The lantern in the rain. There once was a small village surrounded by green hills called the Willow Creek. In that village lived a cheerful 10-year-old girl named Maya. Every evening, she helped her grandmother light a lantern outside their house. The lantern guided travellers who passed through the village after sunset. One monsoon season, heavy rains fell for days. The roads became muddy, and thick fog covered the hills. One evening, as Maya was lighting the lantern, she noticed a figure standing near the old banyan tree. It was an elderly man wearing a soaked coat and carrying a worn-out bag. Most villagers had already shut their doors because of the storm. Maya hesitated. She had never seen the man before. The stranger looked tired and shivered in the cold rain. Maya remembered her grandmother's words. Kindness is easiest to give when someone needs it the most. She brought an umbrella and ran towards the stranger to give it to him. Sir, would you like to sit on our porch until the rain slows down? She asked. The old man smiled weakly. Thank you, child. I've been walking all day. Maya's grandmother welcomed him warmly on the porch. She offered him dry clothes and welcomed the man inside their home. In front of the fireplace, the stranger introduced himself as Aaron, a travelling clockmaker. His cart had broken down on a distant road, and he had been trying to find shelter before nightfall. The next morning, despite the rain, Aaron could not help but notice that the village clock tower had stopped working. May I take a look? He asked. The villagers pleasantly agreed and told him that it stopped working long ago and no one knew how to repair it. Aaron climbed the tower and carefully repaired the ancient clock. When he finished, the bell rang loudly across the valley. The villagers cheered. For the next few days, Aaron stayed in the village while the roads dried. During that time, he repaired broken watches, taught children how gears worked, and even fixed the watermill's timing mechanism. Everyone grew fond of him. Before leaving, Aaron thanked Maya. You helped a stranger when no one else knew who he was, he said. Many people help friends, few help strangers. Maya smiled. It wasn't a big thing, you just needed help. Aaron nodded. That is exactly what makes it special. Months passed. One winter morning, a letter arrived for Maya. Inside was an invitation. Aaron had become the chief clockmaker of a large city museum. He wanted Maya and her grandmother to visit. When they arrived at the city museum, Maya was amazed. The museum contained giant clocks from around the world. At the entrance stood a beautiful brass clock. A small plaque beneath it read, "The Lantern Clock." Dedicated to a young girl who taught me that kindness shines brightest for strangers. Maya's eyes widened. You named it after me? Aaron smiled. No, I named it after the lantern you lit that rainy night. Years later, Maya became known throughout the region for helping travellers and newcomers. Inspired by her example, the village built lantern posts along every road so that no visitor would ever feel lost or unwelcome. And whenever people asked why the village was so friendly, they told the story of a little girl who offered an umbrella and a bowl of soup to a stranger in the rain. Because one small act of kindness had brightened far more lives than she could ever have imagined. So kids, always remember that you may not know a stranger's story, but a simple act of kindness can become a light that travels much farther than you expect.
Thank you for visiting our channel. For more such fun-filled adventures, please like, subscribe, and share. See you soon!